I don't want to discuss it anymore.
I never can talk to you. You just turn me off. Just like a faucet. You just turn me off.
That's not true.
You never listen to reason.
I wanted this marriage to work as much as you. We're not going to change each other. Something's got to give.
Well, it's not going to be me. It's up to you to try for a change.
Try? Helene, I've tried till I'm blue in the face. I've had it up to here. I can't take any more.
You are impossible.
Helene, believe me, I'd give anything if things could be different.
Who is it? Me, Bobby. They're at it again. I know. Kathy, are you worried? Yeah? What is it, you suppose? Mother's been crying a lot, I can tell. Do you think it's something we did? Of course not. Well, my report card's pretty crummy. Don't be silly. Well, if you know so much better, what is it?
The children are already upset. Even knowing nothing, they're upset. Kathy started asking questions. Christine sucking her thumb again, and last night she went to bed.
Listen, Helene, I don't think it's fair to blame me for all the problems that the children are having. Your impossible attitude's got a lot to do with it, too, you know. That's why I think things will be better once I've gone.
Couldn't you try just a little to get...
Let's not rehash that again. We've been at this for months. There's no other solution. Going on like this is killing us both.
Have a nice day, darling. Hurry up, Christine. It's time for the bus.
I don't want to go to school.
Oh, no nonsense. Of course you do.
You're not mad at me, Mommy. You know, because...
No, Mommy's not mad. Now, run for the bus.
Kathy, I know you're worried. Your mother and I are having problems. But I want you to know that no matter what happens, I love you. I love all you kids.
Eleanor? Helene. Sorry to bother you this early in the morning. Kids gone? Yeah, mine too. It happened, Eleanor, last night. He asked for a divorce. After 14 years of marriage and 3 children, he's asked for a divorce. Oh, Eleanor, oh, yes. Yes, I know I've thought of divorce myself many times. It's not the same thing as this. I know I'm not being rational. And when he had it so cold, so final, you know, he just wouldn't make it work. He just wouldn't try. He never could see anybody else's point of view.
Your mother and I have something very serious to tell you. Something that affects all of us that we have to face with courage and understanding. Your mother and I haven't been getting along too well lately. We're both very unhappy, and that makes it unhappy for all of us. We thought that if we separated for a while, and that is if I went somewhere else to live, that things would be better around here.
You mean you're gonna get divorced? Oh, no, they can't.
Your mother and I have to find ourselves. I know it's difficult for you to understand.
What's wrong? Explain it. We understand more than you think. If you go away, where do we go? What happens to us?
You stay right here, of course. I'm not abandoning you or my responsibilities. I'm still your father.
Is Daddy going away?
Don't cry, Christine.
Why? Why is Daddy going away? I think it's disgusting. A family is supposed to be a family. You're just like the parents of half the kids at school. And I thought you were different, better. Suppose Daddy's got a girlfriend he's going to...
Kathy, you mustn't talk to your father like that.
I mustn't do this and I mustn't do that. Well, you mustn't get a divorce, so there. I feel sick. Right, Mommy? I'm frightened. He's taking his tennis racket.
Natch.
Why do you say Natch?
He's leaving, isn't he? Why wouldn't he be taking his tennis racket?
I don't know. He hits with me down at the court. Now.
Well, bye for now, darling, but Daddy will see you soon. You remember you're Daddy's little girl, okay?
I want to go with you.
No, not now. I've got to move into my place and get settled. But you can come later, and often.
I don't see why they had to do it. Do you?
Do I what?
See why they had to do it?
It's their problem. I have my own life to lead.
Bye, Dad. Bye, Daddy.
You're getting to be such a big girl.
Am I too heavy?
Almost. Not quite. Bobby, look in Graham's tote bag. I brought you some of your favorite chocolate chip cookies.
She was up until 10 o'clock last night making them.
Can I have one now?
Why don't you children take them out to the kitchen? Mother wouldn't want crumbs all over the living room. Elaine, dear, you look very tired.
Well, I haven't been sleeping very well.
That's natural. Helene, we want you to know we're not taking sides.
Thank you.
But the children, after all, they're our only grandchildren.
I understand all that. They need you now more than ever. I would never come between you and the children.
Bear it. I just don't understand things today. People getting divorced at the drop of a hat. Families breaking up.
No, Mary.
I gave Alan a piece of my mind, I can assure you. He says that I don't understand. And I don't.
That's Daddy's chair.
So what? Put it back. Why?
Well, because...
Look, you kids, you're gonna have to face up to reality. Daddy's gone. He doesn't live here anymore. He and Mom have split. So why leave his chair at the table?
I hate you, Kathy Miller. I hate you.
Well, I'm sorry to bother you, Mrs. Faley, but have you heard from Alan's lawyer? Not yet. What are they waiting for? It's all so aggravating. I mean, how can I make any plans?
Mom!
Hush, Bobby. I'm on the telephone to the lawyer. Excuse me. Look, you know I'm willing to settle for the child support they're offering, although heaven knows it's little enough. But I want the visiting rights spelled out on paper. I don't want to leave that vague and undefined. And another thing, you know, every time Alan needs something for his apartment, he comes to the house and removes it. Is it all right if I have the locks changed? I mean, just the other day, he took my electric frying pan without so much as a by your leave.
She thinks everything in that house is hers. As a matter of fact, 9/10 of the wedding presents came from my side of the family.
Those are minor details to negotiate. The main points are reasonable child support, property settlement on the house, and visitation rights, which you and those children can live with.
I want to do what's right by my kids. You know that.
Sure.
I'm perfectly willing to continue, you know, paying the medical insurance, and I'll take care of college when the time comes, and I'll do what I can now. But you can't get blood from a stone. I can only give what I can give. Now, granted, Helene's been very fair about finances. But why does she want to fight me on the visitation rights? I mean, you know, pinpointing a certain day each week that I can see the kids. It's all so artificial. It's bad for me, and it's bad for the kids.
Children are asleep. Christine's got her thumb in her mouth. I thought we broke her of the habit. Homework all done? You really do need a new spread. We'll have to see about that. That is,
If we can afford it. Isn't Daddy giving you enough money?
well, he had to cut back again. 2 households. It's very expensive. He has to eat out. You know, he was never great shakes in the kitchen.
Sure, his mother's taking a job.
I'll have to do that, too. I've been looking, but... well, it's not easy. Not when you're not trained for anything special. I'm so exhausted all the time. Every time I call a lawyer, I get so upset. So many important things we have to agree about. Child support, visiting rights, they make it all so difficult. I don't know why they can't do everything sensibly.
People don't live their lives sensibly.
Kathy, dear, I feel such reproach from you. So much pent-up anger.
What am I supposed to do? Scream with joy because you and Dad have loused everything up?
I didn't do it on purpose.
I know the kids ask you this all the time. But seriously, is there a chance of you and Dad getting back together?
I wish there were. But please, you must understand that this is not a step your father and I took lightly. It probably seems sudden to you children and to me too, but it was a long time in coming. I read someplace that a divorce is somehow like a death in the family. It takes a time of mourning to get over it.
I'll have the final judgment in the mail to you tomorrow, Helene.
Thanks, Adrian. Thanks for everything.
If there's anything I can do, please let me know. I'm here to help.
Is this really the end?
If only things could have been different.